Hello and welcome back to another Black Ops 4 gameplay. What's going on, guys? It's GCP here, and I have been kind of contemplating about some of the things in Black Ops 4 that people are getting tired of. And honestly, I just recently watched a video from Thunder and from Mr. Tracky, so this idea and this topic actually comes from them because they just recently talked about it. So I thought this was too good of a topic to pass up, so I'll talk about it as well and kind of give my take on it, and I'll leave their channels down in the description so you guys could check them out. It's basically the topic of specialists and how recently there's this growing kind of animosity towards specialists being in Call of Duty games, and I think there's a lot of substance there because specialists, although they were or I should say they are seen as something new and kind of fresh to the Call of Duty franchise, which started in Black Ops 3, and we've seen it in quite a few iterations, you know, with Infinite Warfare as well, and now we're seeing with Black Ops 4. They didn't have any in World War II, but we've seen it in quite a lot of Call of Duties now, and it just begs the question whether or not are we just done with them now. Like, should they just be here for a certain time and now we need to return back to the Call of Duty roots? Or what's going on? What's the people's consensus currently of specialists? Now, I'll tell you guys this. When specialists first came out in Black Ops 3, I thought they were new. At first, I didn't really like them as much, but then over time, I kind of got accustomed to them, and I thought they were something that added a little variety to the game and switched things up a little bit and added to the fun factor. I thought that having some sort of switch from the mundane and having a little difference was okay for the franchise, and it's really what it needed. And in Black Ops 4, I kind of expected specialists to be in the game, and it's not that I have a problem with them, because I currently really don't, but just thinking more about it, I honestly think that Call of Duty needs to return back to its roots. What do I mean by that? I mean that they do need to get rid of specialists. I think they're fine for a time. I think they were great. I think they added a lot of variety, but now it's time to return back to its roots. And the reason I say that is because it really does take away from the raw skill of Call of Duty. How do you know whether or not somebody has raw skill in Call of Duty when you have specialists that people just earn automatically and just can easily incinerate you, can easily, you know, grenade blast you with War Machine, can shock you, can do all of these things that, you know, are automatic in the game. And score streaks are different because people can argue that having score streaks in the game, if you want true raw skill, is to get rid of that as well, and it'll just be gun on gun. But score streaks have come a long way and have been, you know, in Call of Duty for way longer than specialists. And they don't actually come automatic. They actually come through kills, through score. And honestly, those things to me, score streaks are very sacred to Call of Duty. You guys know my opinions on that. I feel like those are at the core of Call of Duty's very existence. I think that's what is the fun factor for Call of Duty, if you have really good score streaks. But this video is not about that. This video is about specialists. And because of specialists being this kind of new addition to Call of Duty, I think, again, they were great for a time. They were fun. I had no issues with them. I still really don't, but I feel like for the next Call of Duty, they need to be thrown out. I think the raw skill of that gun-on-gun action is kind of taken away. I mean, you could be on a very large streak, like a killing streak, on your way to a nuclear, and you just instantly get zapped. You just instantly get wrecked by a torque shield that you turn the corner on, and it's just something that kind of takes away from that raw skill of the game. And that's really what kind of what I've been thinking about, and that's kind of my take on this whole specialist thing. Again, I'm not saying anything bad about the specialists. I think the specialists are a fun addition to Call of Duty, but as far as the next Call of Duty goes, Whatever development studio makes the next Call of Duty, a lot of people are saying it might be Modern Warfare 4 or something like that. I just think that they were fun for a time, and it's now time for us to kind of say goodbye to the specialists. But let me know what you guys think down below. What is your take on specialists? Should we keep them in the game? Do they take away from the raw skill of players? Does it eliminate kind of that pub stomping factor? Whatever your guys' opinions are of specialists, let me know down below. And I'm looking forward to the discussion that ensues. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys on the next one. This is GCP, and I am signing off.